back to my channel. It's your girl, I am Sade, and I'm back again with another video. So this video is a little impromptu, but I just felt really called to share a message as it pertains to divine feminine energy. I've been studying a lot about divinity and what does that truly mean, and being able to have a balanced life when it comes to your masculine and feminine energy. I'll tell a personal story just so that you guys can kind of understand what being a divine feminine means to me. So a lot of women, including myself, at one point, considered myself to be an alpha, right? And I believe that was taught to me at a very young age, almost generational, almost some type of generational curse that was passed down in the line of women that was then passed on to me. And it was a way of protecting ourselves. I come from a line of strong Black women, and I'm proud to say that. However, with that comes challenges. It comes challenges when it comes to being a good partner in relationships. And not even just being a good partner in relationships, but just being balanced and whole within, right? More importantly, is yourself. But one thing that I noticed for me was when it came to relationships, that's when I learned that I suffered. And not suffered, but I was here to overcome these generational curses. Okay, so coming down from a line of strong women, you have to think, in my bloodline, in my DNA, I come from a group of people who were oppressed, right? My ancestors got it out the mud. My ancestors were brought over to a country unwilling, against their will, and we were stripped of everything. We were stripped of our spiritual heritage, our foundations, our families, and our home. And so my ancestors had to fight every step of the way so that I can be here. And I will forever be grateful for that. But somewhere along that line of them fighting, they had to tap in, especially the women, right? Had to tap in to that masculine energy, that fighter energy, right? Because we were so oppressed, right? Let's fast forward slavery. Let's fast forward to the current oppression that we deal with in this day. When we talk about Jim Crow, and we talk about the fact that we don't have a lot of strong Black males in the home, and that a lot of these mothers are raising their kids, and not just kids, but their men, their sons, alone, and they're struggling to find a balance, right? Because in a proper home, it's two parents. It's a man and a woman, right? Now, I don't want to get too much into homosexuality and things like that, because we know that energies are different. You know, feminine energy and masculine energy is different regardless of your actual physical gender, right? But in a lot of homes, if we just want to be clear about it, in a lot of homes, we didn't have that strong male figure. And if we did, it was very hard for that male figure to stand in his power because of the oppression that he had to fight on the daily. Now, I'm a firm believer that we all came to this planet to face certain life challenges and to learn karmic lessons. So I will never continue to blame oppression on why we cannot be great as a people. You won't hear me doing that. I'm a woman of accountability, which led me to this video, because I'm honest enough and I'm real enough and I'm aware of the issues that I face as a black woman, living in a matrix, living in a system that was never for my people, and having to fight and defend who I am every minute of the day, causing me to tap into my warrior energy, forcing me to tap into my masculine energy. Now, as I got older, I realized that this was very difficult because in certain relationships, I attracted men who, let's be clear, I wasn't attracting the highest frequency of men because I didn't know how to attract that, because I was not in touch with my divine feminine energy, my true feminine energy. So let's get into what a feminine energy is. The feminine energy, also known as the Empress in Tarot, she is the creator of all things. She nurtures all things. She cultivates. She births life, opportunities. Masculine energy, and I'm just relating it to tarot because this is kind of how it stumbled across my eyes. The Emperor, the masculine energy, he provides structure. He provides accountability. He provides boundaries. He provides protection. Okay? And as a woman who comes from a line of strong black women, I was taught to stay in that masculine energy because, unfortunately, I didn't have the tools, and neither did my parents, and neither did their parents have the tools to really show a great example of what a divine feminine is and a divine masculine is. It was very warped from the beginning. In slavery, they stripped us. They demasculated our men, right? And took away our right as women to stand in our power, right? And they still do that in the society that we live in. It's just done in different ways. But I have learned that it is possible to unlearn all of that. And that's what I've done. And boy, has my life changed for the better. Being able to be aware that I lacked in certain areas of my life, and that's why I never felt balanced in what I was doing. That's why I've always been indecisive and just kind of lost, because I didn't know myself. Once I was able to know myself and learn that I carried a lot of masculine traits, and that my life lesson, one of my life lessons, was to unlearn that behavior so that I can attract the partner that balances me out, and that I can play a role in who I'm supposed to be as a woman. Once I was able to find my femininity, and I was able to do that by being not only first but aware of the karmic lessons and cycles that I was on after failed relationships, you know, just hard life lessons that I had to learn, I was able to learn how to tap into my feminine energy. And the beautiful thing about feminine energy, like I stated, is that you will have the ability to cultivate, to nurture anything, and to birth anything into life. Whether that's children, whether that's opportunities. But it's something about being able to tap into that sexual feminine energy that helps curate a life of yin and yang, a life of true zen, true balance. And, you know, honestly, I know this is something that a lot of Black women struggle with. I know, I hear the stories every day when I do my own spiritual readings for clients. And I hear about how they struggle with trying to understand who are they as a woman, right? Because they have been put in a position where they had to be a masculine energy all day, every day. And it's quite the opposite, I noticed, for men in our culture. Due to the generational curses of their ancestors, the men in their lives being stripped of their masculinity, right? They have the complete opposite. And now, I don't want to get too deep into homosexuality and the confusion of gender roles and things like that, because that's just a whole nother topic for another day. But I think it's truly important to become aware of how you move in certain situations, and that it requires life, right? This life that we live today, we live on planet Earth. We live in a system that is an illusion, but we have the ability to change that, right? Because it's all in the mind. But being able to truly tap into both energies is a powerful thing. And it's something that you all should know about. You know, like I said, this video was very unplanned, but I did just want to get that out there. Is please become aware of the powers that you possess and the energies that you harness. Utilize both, right? Because one is not greater than the other. There's an equal amount of yin and there's an equal amount of yang. And so the goal is total chi, total zen, to be able to balance and harmonize both energies together so that you can keep your heart light and you can keep your life light, right? So that's my message for today. Like I said, this video was very unplanned. I didn't even know what I was really going to say, but I knew I wanted to say this because a lot of people don't really understand the different types of energies that you can possess, and you don't want to fall victim to things that you're not aware of, right? So I'm just bringing awareness to that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this random video. If you did, please comment in the description box below. I would love to hear how you guys tap into your feminine or masculine energies, even certain practices that you may do to tap into those energies. I'm all ears. Subscribe if you feel the vibe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.